Hello and welcome back. How was your spring break?
Spring break.
There's no other way to say it.
You're not wrong. My spring break was pretty good.
That's good.
I got to do a little R&R and a lot of chaos too came along with it.
Why was I ready for you to go and say R&B? Like,
You know me.
dropping your debut album.
I just hear the birds tweeting and I see the flowers growing and I'm just like, give me whatever that is.
Boots and cats. Boots.
Oh no.
Right? Is that wrong?
Oh, sweet summer child. Don't even worry about it. But no.
Ain't worried. Ooh, it's the One Republic song. I don't want to get demonetized. Even
One
though
Republic? You think One Republic is R&B?
No, you said I don't worry about it, and then the Top Gun Maverick song came into my brain.
Speaking of a Top Gun,
we have a question from last week. It was pick an unproblematic painter. There's only one answer, and it's Bob Ross.
oh, fair.
That's
That's
his
fair.
happy little fucking trees.
All right, fair.
Was that man in the Air Force? Yeah. Did he kill people? Maybe. Is he still unproblematic? Yes.
Lovely. I'm so happy that that's the way you decided to put it. Yeah, like Bob Ross is the answer, probably. There's a YouTube artist that I follow.
Please tell me it's the lady that I'm thinking it is.
It's a man.
And then it's not the lady I'm thinking it is.
What's the lady?
She, like, painted, like, a whole bathroom in, like, mood ring, temperature changing stuff, and she did a bunch of stuff to her couch, and she put a bunch of pop sockets on her car and stuff.
Ali Spagnola.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love her too, actually.
She's such a millennial, dude. Like, she's
Is that
a
why
millennial.
I like her?
Yeah. She's a chuggy millennial creator for chuggy millennials.
Okay, well, fine. I'll pick her.
Great.
Because you picked Bob Ross.
Oh, who is the man, though? Now you gotta name drop the man.
Jazza. That's his name.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, he's very good. And he's
I'm
really fun and
happy
very
for
wholesome.
him. Great.
So,
If we're dropping just random YouTube artists, drawing with waffles is one of my favorite.
waffles?
Their whole
Yes.
tech, drawing with, WIFF,
Oh,
waffles. I love her. She's great.
neat.
She doesn't paint all that much, though. She's a marker artist. Anywho,
Anyway.
I went to America.
You did. I'm jealous.
I did so many things.
You did.
Should I just run down the line
Yeah, like, because
of
I
all
know,
like the big events?
Yeah, I know you went to multiple concerts.
Okay, we'll start from the beginning.
Okay.
I'm just gonna give you the rundown of my trip. So I fly
Do it.
from Korea to San Francisco.
Right.
In San Francisco, I get like stuck in San Francisco because the plane was full. So I had to wait for the next plane. Fly to Denver, make it home. Everything is fine. And then I go and see Hairspray, like the off-Broadway show Hairspray, at the Buell in Denver. And then we went and watched a hockey game at a sports bar. And then shortly after that, I flew to Philly, which is not true. I accidentally flew to DC, but that's a story for another time. Fucked up real hard, man. Girl boss too close to the sun.
I mean, you could probably just, like, say it real quick.
Okay, so I was supposed to be flying to Philadelphia, right? And so I was either going to fly to Philadelphia or into Maryland because they were both relatively close to where the people I was visiting lived.
Yeah.
And like 2 hours to the airport was fine. And then, fun fact, the Maryland, Washington, Ronald Reagan, blah, 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 fucking international airport
Yeah.
has the same first 3 names as the Washington, Ronald Reagan, something, something other bullshit in Arlington, Virginia.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. So Jake and I didn't know that, and I am panicking because I have tickets to see a thing. Literally the 2 days from when I was trying to fly out.
Yeah.
And so I end up calling my friend and I was like, dude, I have to buy a ticket. Like, I've been flying standby. I'll try and fly a ticket. Did you get it open without it making all the noise? You were struggling.
Yeah.
You
drink called me out.
You drink that.
You called me out.
Is
so
it
now
kombucha?
It is kombucha.
You drink that bucha. Gross. You drink that kombucha, boosie.
Oh no.
I know. I'm sorry. I don't know why I had to say it, but I said
I don't know why you had
came
to say
into my
that
brain. So I said the words. Anyway, and I was like really fucking panicking because I have had Hoodie Allen tickets months. You know this. I've been talking about months.
Yeah.
And so I end up buying a ticket. Jake buys it for me in Korea. Like, we're on the phone. He buys it. I fly into fucking Virginia. 4.5 hours away from where I'm supposed to be.
Oof.
Friend comes against me. Everything's fine. We go to Hoodie Allen.
Yeah.
We have a meet and greet. I meet Steven Markowitz.
Hell yeah.
Oh my God. It was so good. I told him, sir, I didn't call him sir. I said, my guy.
Can you imagine? You're just like, hello, sir. My name is Quincy.
Volt, like, pushed me.
Oh, I believe that, actually.
Like,
you have a hard time.
Volt was like, it's your time.
You have a hard time flagging down the waitress to
I
get a
hate
box
it.
for your food. I can't imagine how you were around Steven
No, I
Markowitz.
stare at them uncomfortably and
Yes,
smile.
you did. Very creepy, by the way.
Oh no, did I scare the lady at the Indian place, do you think?
Maybe.
Oh no, I'm so sorry, ma'am. Anyway, so I go up, I do the meet and greet, and I'm like, I flew 7,000 miles to be here. And he went, wait. Like, because he was going to start saying, oh, that's really cool. But then it registered what I said. He was like, wait. What does that mean? And I went, I flew from South Korea to San Francisco to Denver to here. I traveled 7,000 miles, my good man, to be here. And he's like, please tell me you're in town for something else. And I looked at him and went, just this.
What a guy.
But he was like, are you fucking serious? I'm like, yeah, this is what I'm sorry, didn't mean to fucking bonk the mic. Yeah, I was like, no, this is what I flew in for, dude. Like, this is why I'm here. And he was like, real freaked. He was like...
He was probably like, oh, good, pressure.
Yeah, no, that's what he said. He was like, that's not pressure at all. And then we had a whole meet and greet, and we played like mini games and stuff, and like did word scrambles and tried to guess his music, like from the first like 2 beats and like all this stuff. It was great.
Yeah.
Whole lot of fun. My
Good.
team lost miserably. And I ended up getting him to handwrite me some lyrics, and I got them tattooed.
Are they your favorite lyrics?
They're my favorite lyrics that are relevant enough to have tattooed.
Okay, fair.
I like some of his really dumb, inappropriate lyrics.
Oh, and I can't imagine you're going to have that on your forearm and be like,
Yeah.
grandmother, look at my new tattoo.
Yeah, exactly. Like, one of my favorite Hoodie Allen lyrics is from his new song called American Pie. And the lyric is, she's from the suburbs, but nowadays she fuck with the hood. And it's so funny that it's just
Steven.
and it's just so the way it's delivered is just so good. But the lyrics I have are, I think that the future's looking super bright.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just very inspirational. I love it so much. And I also got matching tattoos with my friend Volt. We got each other's wisdom teeth done, so they're like not matchy, but like they're very, very similar.
Right.
Because we both had our teeth extracted, so we got them tattooed. We said we both needed some of the wisdom back. The dentist took it out. We're trying to put it back.
Fair. That's totally fair.
And while I was in that, we saw a Hoodie in Philly, and I met some, we went to Amish country. That was fucking cool. Met some Amish people, partied with an Amish guy at a stoplight. That was fun. And what else? I'm trying to like go in sequential order of like all the cool shit we did. we went and saw Fall Out Boy,
Right.
which was more or less like one of the other really big reasons I was in town.
I was about to say, like, you made it seem like Hoodie was the only reason.
Yeah.
He was the main reason.
Yeah, like he and Fall Out Boy, like, and to visit Volt, like, those were like why I was there.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, well, this concert's first, so at the moment, this is why I'm here, Hoodie. Like, this is why I'm here right now.
Yeah.
And we went to Fall Out Boy, and that show was so good.
Well, that's good.
Miss Missing You was the 8-Ball song for our show in Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay.
We went and saw. And then, like, we did a whole bunch of stuff in Maryland, or not in Maryland, but in, like, the East Coast.
Okay.
And then I flew back to Denver. So I was going to go try and see my in-laws. But then, like, horrible weather came in. And I was going to get stranded in Chicago if I tried to fly any further north.
Oh.
So I ended up having to scrap that leg of the trip and just go back to Denver.
Mm-hmm.
But then we went to a hockey game. And
Great.
I went with some of my friends. And 2 of them never been to a hockey game before. And one of them had.
Oh.
And I was so excited. I love me a good hockey game.
Mm-hmm.
And we lost.
Oh, no.
They had a 9-game winning streak.
Uh-huh.
And they biffed it. They got a goal within the first 50 seconds of the game.
Uh-huh.
And not again.
Oh, no.
It was so bad. I was so upset.
Isn't that... You've only been to 2 hockey games while we've been friends, as far as I know.
Yep.
And both of those times,
They lost.
they lost.
I know. To be fair, one of them was a training game, like a
Yeah.
preseason game. But the other, I don't know what happened, man. I
know,
was
dude.
so mad. But we were up in the bleeds, and I love sitting in the bleeds. People are like, oh, it's such a horrible seat. You can't see anything. I'm like, you can see the whole rink. That's the point.
But not the puck.
You can see the puck. I will die on this hill. You know what I do lose?
What do you lose?
The baseball.
Fair.
But then I also, so I was trying to talk my mom into going to a hockey game, and she was just like, I don't know, it's really far away and it's late or whatever. So you want to know what we did instead?
What did you do instead?
We went and saw the Nickelback documentary, Hate
Oh,
to
God.
Love.
I swear, there is only one flavor of you and your mother being together, and it's Nickelback and hockey, and
We're
like,
divorced
putting
dads when we're together. We're like divorced old white guys.
you really are. And I don't know why that is. Why are you the divorced, like, white guy? Is that what you said?
Yeah, like we're both like just divorced white dudes, like, because that's what our interests are. Like, my mom loves like gardening, and that feels like an old white guy hobby to me. Like taking care of your lawn, looking how good your grass is.
Okay.
and
I can see that.
all that stuff. We love like what people call divorced dad rock. In my mind, it's always gonna be divorced mom rock. That's the shit my mom always listened to. My dad was like, on it.
See, and to the rest of the world, it's not divorced dad rock. It's just dad rock.
Oh, okay. TikTok, I think, probably calls it divorced dad rock.
I'm not on the talks of Tick.
That's okay. Most people aren't going to be anyway pretty soon. Sorry, guys. And I was the youngest person in that theater. Sorry, going back to the movie.
Oh,
To the doc. I was the youngest person.
I'm not surprised.
We got really good seats. We were center in the very back of the theater, and we were sitting next to 2 older women. I say older, they were in their 60s.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And like, I think the youngest person in there besides me was probably like 40.
Oh, okay.
Like, they were all adults.
Oh.
And my mom and I were talking about how hot Chad Kroeger is, the lead singer of Nickelback.
I am really, really not wanting to say anything mean.
And the older ladies next to us lean over and go, oh my God, I know, isn't he yummy?
Why'd you say it like that? Oh,
I didn't. They did.
Oh, that's... Nope. Ew. Ah.
Mm-hmm.
So many things. I feel real gross today.
I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. But the documentary is really, really good. Like, I had a thoroughly good time watching it. And I've been on a Nickelback kick since I've been home listening. Like, home, like, flying and all that stuff. I think that was, like, the last really big, like, ticketed thing that we did. Mm-hmm. I had so many tickets while I was home, between plane tickets and luggage tickets and movie tickets and concert tickets and...
Yeah.
I had so many tickets, Christina.
The month of the tickets.
Truly. And I was so do I tell the San Francisco airport story on my from coming home?
Of course you do.
Okay. So,
where do you think we are right now?
So I'm in the San Francisco airport and I start getting fucking worried because this flight is filling up, San Francisco to Korea. Mm-hmm. And I start getting worried. And I go up to the desk and I'm like, hey, have you assigned seats for standby people yet? She went, no, not yet. We're still moving people around and getting everybody settled. And I was like, standby tickets are done really late.
Right.
And I get my boarding pass comes through my phone. And I'm sitting in seat 32B.
Okay.
And so I am in the middle between two people, like scrunched in the aisle, right? Like awful, like the worst seat, like one of the worst seats you can be in.
Right, like no one
like right next to the
there.
bathroom.
Oh,
stuck in the middle seat, like awful, right? And so I go up to the ticket counter and there's this very nice man sitting there, probably a little bit older than me, and I go, hey, is there by chance that you're still shuffling people around? Mm-hmm. And he goes, maybe, what's up? And I was like, I'm just hoping that you can seat me literally anywhere else. Because this seat is my personal definition of hell. I just paid $22 for a cocktail that was not very good at a bar in the terminal. I was slightly tipsy and kind of mad about my seat. So I just went up to him and I'm like, sir, please help me. Okay. And he was like, okay, I see you paid for an upgrade. I don't think we can put you there because of how full the plane is and priority and whatever.
Right.
But I can put you in an aisle, like in a window seat, and block off the rest of the aisle so nobody can sit next to you.
Sweet.
And I went, sir, I could kiss you on the mouth. And he got so red and flustered and thought that was the funniest shit he'd ever heard. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so glad my jokes are hitting. And then I get in there and I get fucking settled and I get my fucking carry-on up in there, everything. And then the plane's loading and plane's loading and plane's loading. And the lady from earlier comes back and hands me a boarding pass and says, you're moving to an upgraded seat. And I went, fuck.
Oh.
Which is usually everybody's dream, right?
Yeah.
Get moved to an upgraded seat. But if nobody was going to sit next to me, I was living life. Like, I was living Vida Larry.
Right.
And that was a SpongeBob reference that you missed, I think.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were just saying things. Like, sometimes things just pop out of your mouth. And I think that you just make them up. And you're probably not.
Vida Larry. No, it's a SpongeBob thing.
Okay.
But I like tap this guy on the shoulder because he's desperately trying to find a place to put his luggage. And I go, hey, they're moving me, so they're making me move my luggage with me. Mm-hmm. If you pull mine down, you can put yours where mine is. And he went, sold. We do all the luggage moving or whatever. And I am stuck in the middle, like where there's 4 seats in the very middle of the plane. Mm-hmm. And I am stuck in the 3rd seat between 2, like I'm sitting in a row of old dudes, like older dudes, like 40s, 50s. The one man on the very end that I had to get in the aisle from would not fucking move and then looked at me like I was in the wrong when I bumped into him trying to get over him. And the lady in front of him was leaned back.
Oh, wow.
So, like, I was, like, on top of this man. And he would not, like, take his headphones out. He would not stand up, nothing. And he was just, like, glaring at me. And then I was, like, praying that the seat next to me wasn't going to get filled. And then this very nice man came and sat down next to me. And I was like, okay, I can't be mad. I can't be mad.
Okay.
I was so squished in there.
It happens.
But it was fine. I got my upgraded seat. I shouldn't complain. I made it home. I was at the point where I'd been gone so long, I was losing my mind. But like the San Francisco airport's just weird because I was going through the San Francisco airport going to the States, and a man sniffed me. I told you about that, right?
You did. I'm still, like, there was no context.
No.
Either.
I had no context. I was just standing there, and this man kind of comes up kind of near me. Like, we're all kind of cluttered. But he leans over and, like, dramatically, like, sniffs me, right?
Uh-huh.
And I look at him like, what the fuck just happened? And he looks at me, and he's like, and walks away. And I'm like, does that, like, were you confirming that, I did just smell you? Or, you're, like, you smell good? Like, what happened?
Right.
What was the train of thought?
Was it an approval process like my dogs do whenever there's a snack and they have to sniff it before I eat it?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. And then he proceeded to get on the fucking plane, and I didn't get on the plane. I was so mad.
Oh!
Because the seats were full, so I had to sit and wait for the next one, like the next flight. It was rough, dude. Like, it's just like little things.
I don't think you're built for standby.
I don't think I'm built for standby flying either.
I don't think it's for you.
I definitely, when I was flying to, and I feel bad every time I do this. I feel like I shouldn't say that word, but I feel like an asshat is what I'll say.
All right.
And
she mouthed it. So
yeah,
I know. But I think you can figure it out.
Because, like, they have different rules for military and military families, right? Like Frontier does. And that's who I was flying when I actually purchased a ticket. And I had basically overpacked for Frontier because I wasn't supposed to be flying Frontier. I was supposed to be flying United. And so I was packed per United guidelines. All of them are different. Why do they do that? Fuck those guys.
No clue.
Fuck big airlines. I say I have wild dreams now. Anyway, what? I want to fly a plane. But that's not what we're talking about. I'm so overpacked. And I go up to the lady and I'm like, hey, so I'm flying on a military ID. Is my luggage going to be a problem? And she went, no, because you're military. You're fine. Thank you for your service. And walked away. And I went, okay, thanks for your help. And like the amount of people when I go through the airport who don't realize that it's a spouse ID, and I get like thanked for my service, or like people skirt around the rules because they think I'm military. And I hate taking advantage. Like it's nice because like my baggage wasn't a problem. They didn't charge me a bunch of extra money or anything like that. But I also feel like a dependopotamus when I do it.
Okay.
Like I feel like an awful person. Like that's not my husband's rank. That's our rank. Kind of person. Like awful human being.
Yeah.
And I don't like it. But when they're assuming, I don't know if it's wrong for me to not correct them.
I always correct them. Like a lot of people will do that, and I'll stop them and I'll say, hey, no, I'm not actually military. My husband is. Right. So I am a spouse. And normally their reaction is, well, you serve too then. Oh. And they go with that mentality where you've sacrificed a certain amount because you are the spouse. Okay. Which I get that as well, and I appreciate that. But I also don't want to like do what you were saying that you're afraid of the thing happening.
The only people I don't correct are people in the airport.
Oh. Like, that's a very specific...
Like when I'm alone.
Okay.
Like if Jake is there, I will automatically correct somebody. Okay. But it was really funny. So when I was trying to fly out, like of Korea, I was in the airport and she looks at me and goes, military? And I panic and I go, not today.
What does that even mean?
Like I'm not flying on orders. Oh. Like because she was working on all the people in the line that were flying on military orders. Okay. And I was just flying on standby ticket. Like the military has no issue, like pull
Right.
in any sort of way with that.
It's not.
But she looked at me and went,
associated.
military? Because my hair was cut, it was pretty short. And I think she just kind of assumed, you know, I was standing with the rest of the white people.
That's fair.
So she, not today. I felt so dumb. And she went, oh, okay.
Don't feel dumb.
And then I almost got deported.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, do we have enough time to talk about that? Because we should.
Yeah, I can crush that in 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
Perfect.
So I come back, I fly in, I land at 4:30 in the morning, which coincidentally is the same flight my husband will get in on tonight. He's coming home.
Woo.
Commandant's list, baby. My husband's very smart. That's all you need to know.
Neat.
So basically I come in and the military has this like visa situation for military families that allow you to be in Korea for the extent of the tour.
Yes.
And we extended to stay in Korea.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody told us that I had to get my visa updated. We assumed it updated with Jake's visa through the military.
That it was just an automatic process.
Yeah. Like when they processed his, they'd process mine because I was on his orders.
Right.
Right.
But did our husbands have to go to the SOFA office and get the SOFA stamp specifically?
No. His is a different thing.
So then the logic states that we would have to
Right.
go there specifically. So
It ended up being a slightly confusing situation when we re-enlisted. He's still having problems with paperwork. So we were all confused. You know, so we were like, okay, it's fine. And like, I wasn't planning on leaving the country or anything anyway, like originally.
Yeah.
So I wasn't worried about it.
Okay.
Come to find out, I'm coming back through, it is like 5:20 in the morning after I've made it through all the lines. And I go up to the lady and she's like, I'm like, here's my ID. And she's like, do you have another ID? And I was like, yeah. And I hand her like my military and I am carrying 2 passports, a military ID, a license. Like, what do you need? I will hand it all to you. And so basically I did. And she's looking over like my passports and like she sees my tourist passport and she sees my military passport and she sees my military ID and she's like typing all this stuff. And she's like, you aren't documented to be here. And thank God the KETA thing is waived right now.
Is it?
Right now it is.
For how long?
Because tourism is so low. I don't know. I need to look into it.
That's wild.
It's through the end of the year, I think.
Huh.
So you don't need like a special visa to be in Korea as a tourist.
Huh.
And you get an automatic 90-day visa through a KETA. And
Listen up.
Yeah.
You want to come visit and stay for a while.
Yeah. So basically she was like, okay, this is what I can do. And so she puts a sticker in my passport. Whoever stopped doing stamps, I'm so mad. I don't have a single stamp on my passport, but boy, okay, I have 2 SOFA stamps, but I got stickers. And I'm mad about it. And anyway, so like I start freaking out, you know, because she's like, and then you have to go to see immigration. Mm-hmm. And I've heard horror stories about people going to see immigration. And so I go and you go with me down to Humphreys and we get the whole shit figured out. Mm-hmm. I'll post our little celebratory video on the Instagram just because it's great. But like back and forth and paperwork and saying, oh, this paperwork isn't like official paperwork. If it's not official paperwork, my husband wouldn't be in the army. What is happening? It was so bad. It was so bad. Good news is, got my stamp, not getting deported.
Hell yeah.
Woo.
Hell yeah.
Did it with 45 seconds to spare.
Great. So, you're legal.
I'm legal!
Right. That's so great. Well, wow. You had an adventure.
I did.
For a whole month.
And on Spring Break episode part 2, we'll talk all about your spring break.
Oh, well, it won't be near as exciting. I'll tell you that right now. But you should still listen.
I was going to sad trombone you, but you interrupted me. That's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Give me the sad trombone. Oh.
It's my favorite. Do you want to do you want to leave any with us with a question?
If you could put lyrics on your body and tattoo it, what would the lyrics be? Now with you've already done it.
I have more that I want.
Perfect.
Don't
we
you
need
worry.
another one.
Great.
Desperate for that information.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.